graduates, faculty, president of the board of directors, board members, distinguished guests. Now that you are all seated, we have 3 honored choir students that will be singing the national anthem tonight, along with our choir director, Miss Dana Barton, and that's Ethan Smith, Megan Rosario, Timothy Shirtliff, and Miss Dana Barton.
Oh, there's the amazingly talented kids. And Mrs. Martin, thank you so much. I am Michelle Tisdale, the Executive Director of Oasis Academy College Preparatory School, and welcome tonight to our first full graduation. I'd like to introduce Mayor Ken Tedford, who is going to give our invocation tonight.
Thank you. If you'd all rise, please. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening that you give us. Lord, we ask you as we go into your presence, we thank you for this great country that you give us. It's the greatest country on earth. We have our problems, Lord, but we deal with those as we should, but it's a great country, it's a great state, and it's a great community. And it's wonderful to be in the presence of the graduation of wonderful young people at a great school, and I'm proud as mayor to be here tonight to participate. And we ask you to be with the program and the speakers and the young people, Lord, as they graduate, and we ask your blessing on them and their families for this hard effort that they put forth, Lord, and the remembrance that they'll have, Lord, of this night and the rest of their lives. We ask all these things, Lord, in your very precious name. Amen. Amen.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all and extend a further word of welcome to parents, families, and friends. Without you, tonight would not be possible. It is an honor to have you all here tonight with us. Thank you, Mayor Tedford, for the invocation.
Mayor Tedford has provided our students with some insightful presentations over the last few years. He's been involved in both the elementary and the high school levels. One of my very favorite stories about Mayor Tedford was after one of his elementary visits, a first grader came running up to me and goes, "Miss Tisdale, the president's here!" Mayor Tedford and the city of Fallon have been instrumental in helping Oasis Academy College Prep establish our athletic programs by partnering with us for the use of the city-county gym and for the city softball fields. Oasis Academy College Prep owes you a deep amount of gratitude. Thank you so much. The opening day of Oasis Academy College Prep was certainly a moment that we will savor and enjoy. I'm sure you all agree that our school has come a long way in the last 2 years. For you graduates, you made a choice to abandon the familiar and take a chance on a new adventure. It took courage and strength to make the transition to Oasis Academy, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being willing to take a chance on this brand new school. We have all learned a tremendous amount in the last 2 years. We've laughed, we've cried, reached high levels of frustration at times, but you guys never gave up. You are not high school students, you're college students, full-time college students. You're athletes, you're dancers, you're student council members, you're FFA members, and several other leadership roles and other activities. There were several deadlines for you to meet the last 2 years and lots of papers to write. We all learned how to do My Math Lab and its nuances, the beloved SI, weekly meetings with Mrs. Benarachi and Mr. Lennon, phone calls, countless emails and reminders. I'm sure that you're going to miss dearly. You all learned how to communicate with your professors and utilize the support systems that were available to you. Most of you are 17 or 18 years old, and you are sitting here today not only getting your high school diplomas, but you guys are getting your associate's degrees. Yeah. That is an amazing thing. You will now leave us knowing how to do college. You know how to contact the professors. You know how to hand in those papers. You know what resources are available to you. And that's a skill that most high school students do not leave high school with. You will be leaders no matter where you go, because you made it through this rigorous program. I thank each and every one of you for your trust in us. Each of you has helped shape Oasis Academy College Prep for future generations. You have set the bar high. The diplomas these graduates receive represent 2 years of extremely hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement, and will mark a turning point in the lives of these young people. On behalf of Oasis Academy College Preparatory High School, I dedicate these diplomas to all the graduates and families that believed in us and took a chance in coming to this new school. Congratulations to the class of Oasis Academy College Preparatory High School 2017. Woo! My gratitude and thanks to all the role players here tonight that have made it possible for the dream of having a world-class educational option in Fallon to become a reality. A special thank you to Ms. Cheryl Benarachi and Mr. Andy Lennon for guiding these students throughout the last 2 years. They are invaluable members of Oasis Academy College Prep, and we are very fortunate to have them. They spent countless hours helping students with scholarships, applying to universities, working on transcripts, helping families through the FAFSA process, and bringing in a variety of college and career presenters. Another crucial portion of our program is our cohort coaches, or as I like to say, TAs, because it's kind of a tongue twister for me. They provide tutoring and help for all of our students. These ladies have gone far above and beyond what their job description says. Thank you, and when you hear your name, would you please stand? To Miss Jessica Homer, Miss Taylor Davis, and Miss Ann
two amazing young ladies who will be delivering the graduation address tonight. Both of these young ladies have achieved high academic accolades and have also been active members in the school and the community. They are exemplary role models for all. Miss Mackenzie Fest and Alyssa Stockard.
For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alyssa Stockard, and I'm really glad to be here today. Although at times it may have seemed like graduation day would never come, here we all are. We've made it this far, and that's something to be proud of. Today marks the end of our high school careers and the beginning of whatever we choose. That's the cool thing about the future. The whole world's in front of us, and we just have to decide what we want out of it. We all have dozens of college credits under our belts, as well as goals and plans for the future. No matter where each of us are next year, we have everything we need to start making a difference in the world. According to Jane Goodall, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. And so, keeping Miss Goodall's words in mind, I've chosen to speak to you today about various ways that each of us can make a difference as we embark on our new adventures. The great American inventor and businessman Thomas Edison used creativity and persistence to make a difference in the world. Edison was a prolific inventor, securing more than 1,000 US patents in his lifetime. Some of his best-known inventions were the phonograph, motion picture camera, and of course, the first commercially viable incandescent light bulb. However, none of Edison's successful inventions came about easily, and certainly not on his first try. In reference to his many attempts at creating a successful light bulb, Edison has become famous for saying, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have not failed once. I have succeeded in proving that those 10,000 ways will not work. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work." Thomas Edison was persistent and refused to accept failure, and in the process, he quite literally lit up the world. The next person who changed the world you've probably never heard of, but I can guarantee you've benefited from his work. Nils Bohlin was a Swedish inventor who created the three-point seatbelt system. This design was revolutionary because it protected both the upper and lower body in the event of a crash. Bohlin worked for Volvo Car Company, but released his design for free to other manufacturers, and by 1968, Bohlin's seatbelt design was a required feature in all new American vehicles. It is estimated that Bohlin's seatbelt has saved about 1 million lives thus far. Nils Bohlin changed the world by noticing a problem and creating a solution, and in turn, countless people have benefited from his efforts. Another example of someone who has made a difference comes from our very own hometown. Melissa McAdon founded Oasis Academy Charter School in 2011. At the start of her journey, she said, "As a mom with children who are going to be starting school, I firmly believe that their education is worth every ounce of my time and energy. I know what I want their educational experience to look like, and I think a charter school is a great way to provide that." Mrs. McAdon knew what she wanted and was willing to sacrifice to make her vision a reality. Because of her hard work, and with the help of many incredible people, she has truly changed many lives, including the lives of each of us graduating tonight. Because of Oasis Academy, we have all had the opportunity to save copious amounts of time and money by completing 2 years of college while in high school. I'd say that's pretty amazing, and it's clear that Miss McAdon's hard work towards creating this school has made a difference in our world. And so, class of 2017, tonight we celebrate our achievement, but soon we'll be starting new adventures. As we all go our separate ways, I have two simple pieces of advice for you. First is to remember the stories of Thomas Edison, Niels Bohlin, and our very own Melissa Macedon. Remember their examples of hard work, persistence, and creativity. Remember that they made a difference in the world. My second piece of advice is to remember that what we do really does make a difference, and we can change the world for the better in whatever way we choose. It's never too early to start making a difference, and I think we should start right now. It may not always be easy, but when you see a chance to change the world, don't be afraid to take it. Congratulations, Oasis class of 2017. I know that you're all capable of great things. Thank you.
So, here we go. I think I can. A Little Engine That Could is a book that has been read to children for decades. As children, this book teaches us that if we think we can do something, then we can. Believing that you can do something is half of the battle to success. Learn to trust yourself. Create the kind of self that you'll be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. No one wants to fail. The great thing about this life is that nobody is perfect. Successful people were once sitting here like all of us, ready for a world of opportunity, excited and nervous all at the same time. They experienced fears, doubts, and worries. They didn't let these feelings stop them from achieving their goals. We are at the first step of reaching our future goals. Everyone here today is here to celebrate us, the first ever full class of Oasis Academy College Preparatory High School, class of 2017. Oasis Academy gave us a challenge to take all of our courses through Western Nevada College. We are all here today because we accepted that challenge, because we thought we could do it. Now in our caps and gowns, we are celebrating that effort that each one of us has put forth to rise above the normal standards for high school students. We believed we could do something, and we've done it. We are the largest group of high school students who are graduating from WNC at the same time we graduate from high school. I think that's pretty amazing. With 2 years of college already under our belts, we have a lot of opportunities awaiting us. We are all headed off to different places with different paths, which is kind of crazy. It seems like just yesterday I was begging my mom to hurry up while taking my pictures for the first day of high school. And now here we are all at graduation. Soon we'll be on our own, making our own choices, living our own lives. The unfortunate yet truly exciting thing about life is that there's no core curriculum. The entire journey is an elective. The paths are infinite and the results uncertain. Some of us may be headed straight into our field of choice for work, some may be going on to continue our education, and some may be joining the military. Whatever you choose to do, make sure you find out what you're passionate about. Find something that makes your heart beat fast with excitement, something that makes you happy. There's a saying that says, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Once you figure out what your passion is, believe in yourself and make a career out of it. You don't want to be looking back on your life in 50 or 60 years full of regret because you chose a job you hated and never got any satisfaction from. You also won't feel forced into coming up with ideas because you actually care about what you're doing. So find your passion and run with it. Don't be afraid to take the initiative and make your dreams happen. It's true that dreams are worth less than you do. Now I want you to take a moment and think about someone great that you admire. How did they get to where they are today? What is it about them that makes them so great? I guarantee that whoever you're thinking of got to where they are today with hard work and because they were passionate about something. They didn't wait for opportunity to come knocking, because that's not how opportunity works. You have to take action. Every story you've ever connected with, every leader you've ever admired, every puny little thing that you've ever accomplished is the result of taking action. You have a choice to make as we leave here today and go on with the rest of your life. You can either be a passive victim of circumstance, or you can be the active hero of your own life. Ultimately, your fate is up to you. What you do as we leave here tonight is up to you. The possibilities are seriously endless, and who knows where we'll all be in 20 years. But the reality of this moment is this. We did it. We accomplished 2 years of college while we were in high school. I'm in such awe that we all made it through this, because it was pretty difficult at times. As we all leave here today, I'm going to take 3 things to heart. First, you can do anything you want in life if you put your mind to it. Sorry, I lost my voice. Second, do everything you possibly can to figure out who you are, who you want to be, and what your passion is. If you find out those things, then you'll be far happier and successful earlier in life rather than later. And last, take initiative and get in the game. No one has ever accomplished anything by being passive. Everything that matters takes a whole lot of hard work, but you can do it. So get out there and be your best and your worst. Live life to the fullest, because you never know what tomorrow holds. Cheers to us, class of 2017, we made it.
Student Body President Michael Richards II to come up here for the introduction of our keynote speaker tonight.
Greetings, graduates, parents, staff, board members, students, family members, friends, and honorable guests. To the class of 2017, your families are extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the sense of relief they are experiencing. Some even traveled here to see you in a gown and cap that makes your brain look bigger than it actually is. This would be a great opportunity to ask for money. I want to ask you a very important question. What is a leader? What are the traits that define a leader? Is leadership something someone is born with, or can someone be taught how to be a leader? It may seem like an easy question, but the question is actually very complex. I guess when we think of a leader, we think of someone who stands up for what is right, even if no one agrees. A leader is someone who thinks of new ways of doing things to set a new and better example for others. A leader is inspired by his or her desire to see everyone prosperous and happy while advancing society as a whole. This would seem like the ideal leader for humankind, would it not? Joan of Arc was a leader. Mother Teresa was a leader. George Washington and Alexander the Great were leaders. But Hitler was also a leader. Napoleon was a leader. Forget historical figures though. The captain of the lacrosse team is a leader. The captain of the basketball team is a leader. The class president is a leader. So is the foreman at a factory or the leader of a brigade in the army. When we come to think of it, there are countless numbers of leaders encompassing all aspects of life. But what sets leaders apart from those that follow? What about Hitler was it that made people follow him? What qualities did Joan of Arc have that appealed so much to people that they would give their lives for her? And again, we go back to that same question. Are the qualities of leadership something that someone is born with, or something that someone learns with time? Edwin Friedman is famous for saying, leadership can be thought of as a capacity to define oneself to others in a way that clarifies and expands a vision of the future. John Quincy Adams once said, if your actions inspire to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I would agree with this, but there are things that I would like to add. To me, there really are two types of leaders. Leaders who lead people to a better standard, and leaders who lead people to a lower standard. Martin Luther King led his people to a belief that they were equal and deserved freedom in a peaceful way. Hitler led his people into a wreck and ruin with his master race ideologies, and in one way or another caused deaths of countless millions. But one thing all leaders have in common is their desire and determination to create their vision. Leaders take responsibility for their actions, have a sense of self and a belief in oneself that is not easily broken. A leader is determined to ensure that all facets of the group do what they need to do in order to ensure the success of the whole, whatever plan that whole may have. A leader has courage. A leader has insight. A leader has charisma, confidence, dedication, and discipline. A leader will do whatever is necessary, pay any price, go against any odd to see the success of their cause. A leader takes the initiative to learn what is needed to learn, to be able to do what is needed. A leader thinks of new ways of doing things to make it easier for the whole to achieve the objective. Whether that be global domination, building a new energy-efficient car, or attacking an enemy front, a leader is someone who thinks for others, who sees opportunity when others see obstacles. These are all natural qualities that we have within us. For many people, these qualities lie dormant, possibly due to a sense of fear and limitation. They are attracted to people with these qualities, and if the leader can make the person believe what they are doing is the best thing to do, the leader can make anybody do literally anything. Leaders have all these same qualities of duty, dedication, intelligence, knowledgeability, strength, perseverance, and belief in oneself. I believe that all people have leadership potential within them. A world full of leaders would need no leaders. Followers are people who adhere to certain norms, certain ways of being that are accepted, and anybody that strays from the norm is usually labeled as dangerous and wrong, but who end up usually being remembered as great leaders and great visionaries. Is leadership something that somebody is born with, or something that someone acquires over time? I believe the answer is both. I believe everyone is born with leadership qualities, and these qualities gradually awaken over time. More for some people than others. If we were to think of the best way to turn children into creative, self-thinking, strong individuals with a desire for knowledge, what would be the best way to do that? Someone long ago decided to create an educational system that would teach children what they would need to know, how to become fully mature, aware, and able adults, and responsible for their own actions. But when we examine this educational system and we see what kind of children are being turned out, we have to ask ourselves, are we turning out a generation of leaders and thinkers, or followers and settlers? I see children who are followers. At Oasis Academy, I see leaders. Others are taught to be followers, right down to how kids are taught to walk in lines when they're in elementary school. It may seem harmless enough, but this has a major subconscious effect. We are taught to look first to someone, for some authority figure, to provide us with the knowledge we require to set rules and guidelines and provide structure and order to life. It really serves us to limit into a left brain intellectual type of thinking. Schools provide valuable life knowledge that must be learned in order to provide the foundation for the student's future. Schools provide an atmosphere that allows children to interact and acquire skills and learn what they are good at. School provides discipline and order. School also creates lifelong friendships. There's a George Patton quote that goes, "Don't tell people how to do things, tell them what to do and let their results surprise you." Many schools, many teachers, really unknowingly, serve to stifle a student's independent thought or to turn him or her into a repeater, someone who can memorize and recite many things but does not have that drive for knowledge or have any kind of real heart-level understanding. This type of teaching keeps kids in a box, a follow-the-leader mentality. I believe that the true leader is motivated by their love for others. This is a basic fundamental of life, which is why people are so subconsciously attracted to people with leadership qualities, because they see a glimpse of themselves inside the leader and who they can be. I believe that a true leader is not a boss telling you what to do, but more of a guide starting you on a path to success. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the students of OACP for the amazing privilege of being your student body president. I have learned a lot this past year about the motivation, work ethic, and passion each of you students has for your education. I am humbled to say that I was part of the first full graduating class of Oasis Academy College Prep. If you only take away one thing from my speech tonight, let it be this. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path, unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, and then by all means, you should follow that. Now it is time to transition to the important speaker of the night. It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. Former Assemblyman Pat Hickey served as the Assembly Minority Leader of the Nevada Legislature. From a fourth generation pioneer family in Lake Tahoe, Assemblyman Hickey represented the old southwest portion of Reno from 2010 to 2015. Elected by his Republican colleagues in 2012 to lead their political caucus in the legislature, Pat also served during the 1997 legislative session, meaning he served in 2 different decades and 2 different centuries. Assemblyman Hickey was an original Assembly sponsor of an enabling charter school legislation in 1997. Before being elected to the Nevada legislature, Assemblyman Hickey worked as a political journalist in Silver State. Assemblyman Hickey holds a master's degree in journalism from the University of Nevada, Reno. His syndicated reports were carried on 10 Nevada radio stations. He also previously served as a columnist for the Nevada Appeal in Carson City and edited the Nevada Policy Research Institute's Nevada Journal. He also has taught journalism and political science in the Nevada State higher education system at the university level. Last session, Pat's daily political blog, Soup to Nuts, was read by over 1,000 Nevadans a day. No legislator has ever written about his daily experiences during a session in Carson City. He is also the business owner of Pat Hickey Painting Incorporated, one of Nevada's premier commercial and residential painting companies. He served on numerous boards, including the Salvation Army, Coral Academy Charter School, and Doral Academy Charter School, both in Reno. Pat currently serves on the board of directors for the Guillen Center for Policy Priorities in Nevada. Mr. Hickey was previously appointed by Governor Brian Sandoval to serve as a member on the State Board of Education. He also headed up a statewide campaign in Nevada in opposition to legalizing recreational marijuana as the co-chairman of Nevada's for Responsible Drug Policy. Pat currently serves as the executive director of the Charter School Association of Nevada. Mr. Hickey, it is our honor and pleasure to have you here tonight. Please join me in giving former Assemblyman Pat Hickey a warm Oasis Academy welcome.
Mr. Mayor, I think you need to look out for that young man speaking about leadership and the future. That was an introduction that probably needs no speech. I promise Melissa and students, and myself included, are accustomed to listening to her to make this short. Like Quaker Oats, 3 minutes and done. Takes a little longer at our altitude, though. This has been a great year for Fallon. A lot of blessings have rolled out of the Sierras and are heading your way. You've been innovative, you've dug some ditches, you've prepared for what I guess is going to be a great cantaloupe season, a great alfalfa, probably a season of second crop, and a lot of blessings, one of which is the founding of this school and celebrating, as we are tonight, the first ever graduating class here. You know, Fallon has something special about it. I'm not going to say something in the water because that's something we all wondered about for a while. But Fallon has produced a lot of great Nevadans, and some are here, and certainly some in the future here. Brian Sandoval, I think you know that, spent part of his youth here, as did Dale Urquiaga. who went on to be superintendent of education, has a national role now. John Oseguera, who I served with in the assembly when he was speaker, the first speaker in Nevada with Native American heritage. You have the Dahl family, you have the Frys, and of course, who can ever, and many others, and Senator Dodge, who really pioneered education in many ways for Nevada, being innovative, as our class president said. But most importantly, to many of us, the Fallon Hearts of Gold are something all Nevadans appreciate about this place. But of all the good people and the good things that have made Fallon proud, I don't think anyone has done more so lately than the Nevada charter school, Oasis Academy Charter School, the prep school. You are in your first full graduating class, and as it was said, 93% of these students here are not just graduating from high school tonight, you're graduating with your associate's degree from college. That's amazing. Deserves that applause from its parents, and you all deserve a little thanks as well from them. You made the smart decision to take a chance on a new, innovative public school option or choice for you and your family. It was a smart move. You also saved yourselves a little money in those 2 years of college credit. So students, would you agree with me, since your parents did save a couple of years of tuition on the backs of your hard work, I think you're probably deserving of a very significant senior gift. Parents, are you okay with that? I hope so. I also want to say thanks, and someone has, to the founder of this school. This was not some charter school that dropped out of the boardroom of some organization. This was grassroots, homegrown, a mom, an educator, who said we can do something different and even better, and pioneering the dual enrollment program, such as you are doing here tonight, is something that has not gone unnoticed. In fact, Governor Sandoval's, one of his signature education bills that is passing with flying colors through the legislature is Senate Bill 19, I think, but it's a dual enrollment bill. So you have been the pioneers, the innovators, the prototype for something the rest of Nevada is going to be doing a lot more of, and for that, you should be proud. I'm going to close tonight supposedly saying something meaningful that you'll take away from you, but we've already heard that from our students. But let me just say a couple of things in closing. You know, growing up in a small town, you have roots here in this area, almost all of you. And like roots, much of the source of that strength, that energy, is invisible. Your faith, your family, your community are what are sustaining you. Oasis has been the branch, if you will, not the branch, but the trunk of a tree that's giving you now the opportunity to branch out and whatever it is you're about to do. Hopefully, the fruits that you one day produce will find their way back to Fallon or stay in Nevada, one would hope, and be the seeds of great future accomplishments as well. It's an exciting time to be in Nevada. We just celebrated our 150th anniversary. The governor said, and many thought, there's a whole new history being written for this state. Tesla, Top Gun of all places in the middle of the desert, in your community. It's a great time in our history. You kids are going to help write the new chapters for Nevada history. And if your principals have anything to say about it, they're going to want you to write them well. Okay? One thought I'll leave you with. I've learned this from a life in media and politics and business and now in education. And the lesson to me was this: you never make yourself look any better by trying to make others look worse. So be good, be true to your roots, to your faith, your family, and to your school, Oasis Prep. It's prepared you well. Now go out and show the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hickey. Now I'd like to invite Macy Mayzeller to the stage. This young lady is chock full of talent, and she's going to share that with us tonight by singing a song entitled "I Was Here."
On the sands of time, no, they
Okay, so to help me present the diplomas tonight is Katie Dahl, our board president. This is Katie Dahl. She is also one of the co-founders of the Oasis Academy. So graduates, as we practiced earlier today, when you hear your name, please come up and receive your diploma. Kayla Bailey Vaqueras. Stephen Parker Beneke. Janice Diane Bonds. April K. Cervantes. Chase Emmanuel Fleckley. Kaylee Michelle Davis. Isabel Guadalupe de la Cruz Martinez. Jordan Faye Ernst. Mackenzie Ann Hess. Okay.
Alexis Haddock. Jacob Wayne Harris. Caleb Hendricks. Sierra Michelle Hyde. Sarah Ann Ingalls. Carly Renee Jackson. Isaac Spencer Kelsey. Sierra Willow Rose Leal. Kendra Ann Leary. Shaylin Lene Lehman.